In 1986, John Demjanjuk, a retired auto worker living in the United States, was arrested and extradited to Israel on charges that he was Ivan the Terrible, a notoriously brutal guard at the Treblinka Nazi death camp during the Holocaust. This case of mistaken identity would become one of the most complex and controversial war crimes trials in history. Demjanjuk, a Ukrainian immigrant, had been living a quiet life in suburban Cleveland, Ohio, when Israeli authorities, acting on evidence provided by the Soviet Union, accused him of being the sadistic Ivan the Terrible, who had tortured and murdered thousands of Jews at Treblinka. Despite Demjanjuk's protestations of innocence, he was extradited to Israel to stand trial. The trial that followed was a media spectacle, with Demjanjuk portrayed as a monstrous war criminal. However, as the case unfolded, serious doubts began to emerge about the evidence against him. Witnesses who had identified him as Ivan the Terrible later recanted their testimony, and other evidence suggested that the real Ivan the Terrible was a different man. After a lengthy and highly publicized trial, Demjanjuk was ultimately convicted and sentenced to death in 1988. However, the conviction was overturned by the Israeli Supreme Court in 1993, which ruled that there was reasonable doubt about his identity. Demjanjuk was released and returned to the United States, where he continued to fight to clear his name. The case of John Demjanjuk highlights the dangers of mistaken identity and the complexities of prosecuting war crimes decades after the fact.